Greetings to you, Sir Junal Barso. My name is Zenrel B. Bintilio, and I'm going to present the activity on leadership. This activity, I'm going to answer all the questions provided. So let's start. First question. Should our Philippine national elections be tomorrow, who will you vote as our president and vice president? So here's my answer to that question. Among the candidates running for presidency, honestly, I still haven't sure who's the president that I would vote for. But there's one candidate that piqued on my interest and I would say suited for the position. Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is one that I'm rooting for because he knows what he's doing and he's also most qualified of all the candidates. He answered the interviews honestly and has good points. Lastly, he's in tandem with Sara Duterte, and I'm not totally sure if this is true that President Rodrigo Duterte as well is supporting for him. For the vice president position, I would humbly vote for Sara Duterte because not only she's the daughter of the most outstanding president, Rodrigo R. Duterte, but also she's a strong woman that brings light for the lives of Filipino citizens. She also knows that what she doing, and I know that she's the most suitable among others. Next question is, what five reasons the most important to list in rank are your considerations in choosing the said candidates on item 1, 5 for president and another 5 for vice president? So, here are my reasons for the president. Uh, Ferdinand Marcos has a strong vision for the country's futures. Second, he knows how to handle desperate situation or has an excellent crisis management. Third, because he's responsible for all of his action and a doer than a speaker. He also has a good communication skills and leadership. Fifth, he possesses genuine love for the people in this country and a listener. As for Vice President Sara Duterte, first, since she has a strong vision for the country's future, she also knows how to handle desperate situation, especially when there's calamity and crime management. I can say that she's a doer more than a speaker. Also, she's responsible for all of his actions and a great listener. Lastly, she also has a good communication skills and leadership skills. For the third question, rating from the being the lowest or least and being highest or most, what are your ratings to our national leaders in terms of the following? As for the lowest or least, I place research and development because I don't really see the changes made, but if there is, I think it's not that impactful than other mentioned. I don't have much more info on this, but I hope they are doing the best they can to improve our research and development. Second to the list, level of poverty. As of now, still the poverty has not been given a good solution. There are still huge populations that are facing poverty. I know that this is not easy to resolve given for our country's status and lack of resources. But I think it has a little improvement and that's good than nothing change. Third, protecting sovereignty. Our leaders are giving the best possible solutions to protect our sovereignty from other countries that tries to claim it, although it's not good as the situation it is, but somewhat they are protecting it. I know it's hard to protect when we know that we lack of power and compared to the countries whose claiming are 30, such as China. Fourth to the list, marine biodiversity prevention. I place it to the fourth place because I can see the improvement of our marine diversity, and unlike before the past leaders, they usually don't give much more attention to our biodiversity. Fifth, disaster response. I can see their efforts and good response in terms of disaster response. When pandemic happens, they respond immediately to avoid more spread, and when earthquake or and typhoons, they are also provided assistance to affected and reacted immediately. Although it's not that possible best, but probably good. Six, education. Education system in our country is all improving and adapting to other countries. I'd say that they're doing their best and making possible solution to enhance our education. The K-12 program is doing good as it helps students to learn more and given the opportunity to be employed even though they didn't finish or go to college. For the seventh place, I I place crime management, and this is the reason why. For the eighth place, I place the foreign relations and partnership. And this is the reason why I place it for number 8. 9, employment and labor. This is also the reason why I'm placing it for number 9 place. So, as for that highest place, the nation building, as well as know the 30 administration has established the project called Build, Build, Build program. This has to re-innovate and improve our nation's infrastructure and to attract more foreign visitors. It's great since it will gain more opportunities to improve on the lives of people. I see the great improvement of our country as the current administration manage it. They give a lot of priorities on this field. That's why I place it on the highest. As fourth question, for the question number 4, what needs to be part or to be considered in order to become country's leaders? Include 5 qualifications or requirements not mentioned in the present constitution to become the country's president, be or any seat, especially in the executive or judicial branch of the government. So this is my answer, or these are the 5 qualifications I placed. First, excellent educational background. Second, has 5 to 10 years of experience in political positions. Third, no crime or law violated. Fourth, has a good personal characteristic, and lastly, has a good communication skills. So this is the last questions number 5 about democracy. So here is my answer. Yes and no at the same time, because since the society had these democratic concepts even in the ancient times, where democracy had many flaws in its regulations. For me, as education ruled over the country, democracy becomes good in its own because people can see the nature of the person and judge it accordingly to what is right and wrong, or if he or she is a suitable leader for the country. But in order to earn influence, power, or money, one must have possess of any combination of the three. And as a result, corruption is incentivized because others may practically do anything because of power. So That's all for my part. Thank you for listening.